from the scene of the crime. You know what I'm saying? We're hanging out, having a good one, taking advantage of the time and all the things that have been given. We definitely hope folk are having a great one. It is Veterans Day, right? So listen, the Stoozy Boys, we only get serious like a few times. Get like serious about anything. All right. One of the things we are serious about is the concept or the idea of veterans. So listen, to all veterans, past, present, and future, who have given everything, or given all, or given some, in support of the values that we hold dear. We hold guys in the highest respect possible. I mean, we worship in the ground that they walk on. Now, don't get me wrong, they some dickheads out there, but trust me, motherfuckers literally all gave some and some gave all. Straight up, right on, left off. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. First, like, hell yeah, we getting that game set. Y'all just don't complain. You're Amy Conway up in the house. But yeah, so we're live for Veterans Day. It's the Stoozy Boys. We're out having a great time. You know what I'm saying? We love to, if we got any veterans up in the house, we'll be great and glad to have them say a thing or two. Of course, we'll be sitting around beating a dead horse talking about how great veterans are and how we pretty much owe our entire ass to them. So, no joke about it. No, for real, like I say, Stoozy Boys being serious for like once, about 2, 3, or 4 times a year, and this is one of them times. Now, granted, we're not going to be all, you know what I'm saying, we're still going to be us about it, but trust me, if there's anything we're 1,000% about, it's respecting veterans and shit. Everybody knows veterans. Some of the cats, you know, come from veterans or are veterans. Hell, you know, Squirrel is a veteran. Hell, Jack Doobie's father is a veteran. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you. So, if there's anything we respect around here, it's veterans. Hayseed, a veteran of the war on drugs. Yeah, being a veteran of the psychedelic wars don't count, though. 4 likes. Also, Hayseed, what up, Hayseed? How you doing? Like I said, we're going live for the folk out there, you know, trying to get a little vibe set going for all the folk Veterans Day. Of course, it may or may not end up going live again later. And definitely going to drop a Veterans Day themed short of sorts for sure. I'm not sure exactly how I want to go about that. There's a couple different ways to do it. I don't know. See, man, you know, the gears, and see, yeah, y'all can see it in his eyes. It's like the gears are turning. Had to stop and think about it. It was like, wait a minute. Hot damn, hot dog, you know what I'm saying? Shit, far and hand grenades. Yeah, so of course we're also hanging. No, there it is. Rainbow Bama, baby, my get. There you go. Might have had a little bit of a delay there. But yeah, so of course, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Like I say, big shout out, super huge support. Hey, if there's ever a day to go out and make that like donation to Wounded Warrior or some homeless vet deal or something, or if you know a vet, you know, do something for them, or some kind of wonderful, you know what I'm saying? Hell, I think there's plenty of vets up on the channel. If I'm not mistaken, Obi-Wan Kenobi with the long name is a vet, and Jetpacks is something about re-enlisting, and we all know Mike Neno's vet, so like, Mr. Jetpack, ain't you fixing to sign back up or some kind of something? If I ain't mistaken, and there's that happy Veterans Day, let's go ahead and drop the pinnable right there. Mr. Jetpack off the bat. I swear to God. That, and you like that? I mentioned him, and there he was. I swear to God. It's Veterans Day. Hey, yay. See if we could all just set our differences aside and thank God for all the veterans, you know what I mean? Stop for one goddamn moment and just say, hey, we appreciate you. My goal in life, second contract starts on January. The timing was a coincidence. He said, I don't know. See? Oh, nothing's a coincidence or everything's a coincidence. Pick you choose. Either everything happens for a reason or it doesn't. Roll the bones. Set this nice side angle, yeah. Now I can get it vibing. Yo, I can't help these things. But yeah, it's a big shout out to all the veterans out there around, in the United States, I'd say around the world on deployment on some base in faraway lands, holding the fucking fort down. Literally, yeah, I'm for real. And of course, we can tell anecdotal stories and stuff. We could talk about Seaman's great uncle. A little bit of a story there. So my great uncle, was in Vietnam. I do not know if he was enlisted or drafted, but I know that he was killed in action in Vietnam. He literally he stepped on one of those bouncing Bettys, as it was, because apparently his squad people survived to come home and was like, "Oh yeah, this is exactly what happened." Told them what was happening. They were on patrol, and oh boy stepped on a bouncing Betty. These things happen. But the kind of freaky, interesting part about that is he died exactly 30 years to the day of my birth. And I'm not shy about the date of my birth or anything like that. So he died May 8th, 1968, and Seaman was born May 8th, 1998. Mr. Beast is a day older than me. You're just throwing that out there. Son of a bitch. Anyway, but yeah. So needless to say, and I suppose my mother was home whenever of course the guy come with the flag and all that other good whatnot. So she was there whenever they come home, present the flag or whatever. And I reckon it had her mother, his sister, just all tore up or whatever. So my mother has always had this like deep rooted respect and admiration and all that other good whatnot for veterans, and I kind of inherited that, or she put that on me. So I've pretty much always been that way. That's like the one group of people I will respect off the bat, like as a given. Like elderly, yes, but veterans, like absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of veterans that do you dirty and all that other good whatnot or whatever. But they're the one group of people that I will respect just as a given. Well, these things happen, Mr. Jetpack. You know what I mean? It can't be avoided. It's just his sacrifice. Well, I refuse to allow it. I'm not going to allow it to be forgotten. So, simple as that. Like, his name on that wall somewhere. Hell, they all are, I reckon. It's kind of the point of it. But yeah, so that's Seaman's sort of most personal thing in regards to Veterans Day. Like I say, I'm not a veteran by any stretch of the imagination. Veteran of the psychedelic wars, maybe. And I only got like one tour, so. Okay, so he says Bouncing Betty is nightmare fuel, and he's sorry to hear. Well, like I say, it's definitely nightmare fuel. I'm scared of strays the most. Really? Of all things. I kind of, because I have a little bit of a bias with the, like say, great uncle deal or whatever. I kind of, I'm kind of in the more, like that's what I would be most afraid of. If there's any, and everyone who knows me knows, like if I was to go walking in the woods or whatever, I so wouldn't see it. I would just come tromping, plowing, whatever the fuck. And, yeah. I could so see me just doesn't even get to be took out by the enemy. It gets took out by a goddamn landmine. I could see that. Easy. Easy. But a stray bullet, nah, you stay down and in cover. I mean, they can get you. I always have this minute fear of bullets fired up in the air. They all come down somewhere. That's my one argument, is that bullets come, they got to land somewhere. You fire them bitches, it'll happen. With today's tech, I'd think I'd fear the drones most. Yeah, but you can counter the drones. There's ways around that. And it's like if you're making a foxhole, if you're making a bunker or whatever, you got to put up a drone net. Like you don't have that option anymore. You have to have net literally so they can't drop a bomb right into your shit. It'll be outside your like. So it's like there's countermeasures, and they have jamming devices, like both personal and like not necessarily theater, but maybe it's jamming every fucking drone in a mile radius kind of deal, and all of a sudden they switch that off or something. There are countermeasures. Thank God. Because trust me, Ukrainians dealing with it every day. Every day. But it's exactly also the one thing I think of. They're like, we need our firearms. We stand up to the tyranny of government. And I'm like, government possesses A-130 gunships or AC-130 gunships and fucking Tomahawk cruise missiles and Mark 19 or MQ-9 Predator drones, Reaper drones, and all that other good shit. What? I hear you about the whole tyranny thing, but I don't think people know. That's what the veterans is for. See, that's more prevention of tyranny, I argue, than anything else. They're people that know how things are supposed to be done. You know what I mean? From a certain point of view. But yeah, so anybody got any kind of veteran related anything, any sort of veteran story, whatnot that y'all want to ring a ding ding or bring it through up in chat comments or whatever, anything you got on the topic, y'all lay it down for sure. And that goes double, triple, quadruple if you are a veteran, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the support, let's get that mad respect flowing. The GSGs to ever G. So they claim, so it sees. I'd love to get me a Space Force guy up in here. That'd be the shit. Old cowboy space station up in the house. Anyone that's had any interaction that I know in the service that's interacted with Space Force people always say the same thing, and he said they are, quote, weird. Like, there's like your classic rivalry, Air Force, Army, Navy, National Guard, Coast Guard, all that other bullshit. And then there's Space Force. And all that anyone ever has to say about Space Force is, man, them people are weird as fuck. I'm like, what? They don't even talk shit. They're just like, dude, they're so fucking weird. And I'm like, what do they do? Like, you gonna go to square up and they're gonna pull out like some fucking laser shit? Some goddamn Flash Gordon looking deal or something? Jetpack's grandpa was in the Air Force. Mostly just did electrical work installing power lines up in Alaska. Nobody else in my family is in any military, and that grandpa isn't even blood related. Hell, that's beside the point. He said, I picture a bunch of Sheldons. In the Space Force? Oh, yeah. Kinda. But the fact it's like they're not even getting bullied. They're not even all that bitch-ass Space Force. Nah, just, dude, they're so weird. And I'm like, what? It's just so unreal that they're not even talking shit. They're just weird motherfuckers. Yeah, Vominos Gatos 89 up in the house. Let's go, bro. Hell yeah. You shopping. Ha! I get where you're coming from. Nah, we're just unwinding after a long one, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm repping up for Veterans Day. What's it look like I'm doing? Hell Reezy. Oh yeah, y'all be sure to smash that like button. It really helps the channel a lot. Subscribing helps us grow, baby. I see Emoji Gang popping down there. My dad was an aircraft mechanic in the Air Force, 28 years. Damn right. There's a man that could probably work on some shit. He said, where's the turbine on this thing? He said, Grandpa, it's unleaded. Or Daddy, it's unleaded. There ain't no turbine on it. He said, but Daddy! Now, like I say, this is kind of our interim. This is the foreplay stream. This is where you get all the licking and sticking done. Because then we'll probably turn around and do us another live. A bit more, damn Vominos Gatos. There's a pinnable. Mr. Jetpack, it was a good pin, but we're going to let Vominos Gatos ride for a little while. Yeah, it's a foreplay stream. We'll get to the fucking in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't change a thing. It's the Jetpacks tonight. Somebody drop the lyrics to America the Beautiful down there. That way I can sing it. I just get twisted towards the end there. It's like, oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America. I think God shed his light on thee. We can all sit around and listen to Star Spangled Banner as you've never heard it before. That's a pretty... There's that American flag emoji. Damn right. Best damn country on earth. But we gotta make it so. It ain't gonna stay that way. We gotta stay on the game. We gotta stay on the ball. You can't just say, oh well, the price is paid, so we could just drop back, relax, and not give a fuck. No, no, no. That's how it all falls apart, and that's how everything goes to fuck. You gotta stand up for what's right. You gotta do what's right. And sometimes you got to take two steps back to make one great leap forward. But we must do so in remembrance of those who paved the way. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men that died, that gave that right to me, and gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. These people walking around are like, yeah, Veterans Day. What, you gonna tell me to stop? You and what fucking army? 'Cause you better have one. Yeah. I'll crawl up on top of the car and start waving an American flag around. Once again, you're gonna fucking... You can't stop. You won't stop. It ain't going down like that. No, sir, no. Mm-mm. Look, I might not agree with the government of this, but I might not agree with the decisions being made at the highest level and all that other good shit. Nor have I for a very long time. But love it or leave it, by God. It's home, by God. So I might the government of the country, and I respect the veterans. So there you go. Plain and simple, I think that covers us all around. Now we can also go, this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. Oh, I got it all out of order. I poured out a can of beer for the vets. You work at a liquor store. You couldn't. He said, hell, I poured a whole case out on the ground. Damn. Omar's a man. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, it won't be long till the foreplay's over and we're going to have to slide, but we're talking mad respect. I think we're off to a great fucking start, don't you think? Oh, 110,000%, maybe a couple acorns too, if we're lucky. But yes, how's everybody doing today? So I know been y'all been on about Veterans Day, and of course, and that's what's super mad important. It was the especially kind called Doghead. What? Oh, Elysian space dust don't count. That's bullshit. You ought to pour something better than that out for them. They're gonna. That's because shit's gonna drip down there, and they're gonna fucking send it back. Doghead. What the fuck? IPA? Isn't that a goddamn IPA? You pouring out an IPA for those fighters of freedom, and those brave men and women that gave their all so that we could have just a little, by God. You're going to pour it out on the ground. You're going to give them Doghead. You better go back there and find some Budweiser, some Yuengling, or some fucking Miller Coors. Hell, anything domestic. Just pour shit. That ain't an IPA. IPA don't count. Hell, how about a 40? Actually, you pour the 40 out for the homies. Sorry, I got it twisted. You pour a 40 for the homies. I do what I can, judge not. This is true. It's still a bit. I just can't believe all things. Well, now, and if man drinks IPA, then from his perspective, but it better at least be domestic. They'd probably prefer Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know. That's a good, like I say, as long as she's domestic, class. Now, I understand a lot of those IPAs are domestic. There's a million domestic microbrews that, yeah, I hear you. They're technically just as American as anything else American, but goddamn. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Said you work in a liquor store, you can't, oh no, I damaged some product. And it's like a whole barrel of Jack Daniels that got poured out. If I owned a distillery, we'd so do that every year. Find like a safe place or like make a spot where we could dump out the fucking shit. And then every Veterans Day and Memorial Day, dump a whole ass barrel. Make it like agricultural. That way it's not going to be like a toxic runoff deal. Make like a perfect place for it to go. Like a safe environmental whatever. He said, oh, do that all the time. Well, damage whole casks. The flag is at half mast, I noticed, and that seems kind of interesting. The Memorial Day to me is the like solemn occasion. Veterans Day is the celebration. You know what I mean? Half staff for celebration, but I get it too at the same time. Just kind of struck me as sort of odd. You want American, find some real backwoods moonshine. There you go, Omar. There's your local micro brew. Local micro still. Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's a good marketing gimmick. But all right, y'all, I guess we're going to go ahead and slide on this live. Like I say, we're probably liable to go live later. If we don't, we're definitely going to roll a short. So we should be standing by for some more Stoozy Boy content. Definitely hope y'all have a great one and all y'all have a good one. Peace, calm, positivity, love, safety, and determination. And definitely much respect and a happy Veterans Day to all the folk out there. So, 110,000%. And we will see y'all on the flip. So, y'all be good. Y'all be great. And once again, happy Veterans Day to all who have served and all. So, y'all be good now, you hear?